Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be discussing the Maxwell case. There has been new information that has come to light and I'll be running you through this new information and talking about the past information as well that you may not have heard. This is quite a secret, quite a hidden case. Not everybody, what everybody knows about it is quite hidden. You won't see it in the mainstream news. So this is quite, you got to know where to look to find this information. Luckily, I have it all. So it was around July of this year where reports started coming out of documents being unsealed and information coming out. These were very incriminating documents. They mentioned people like Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, vaguely Donald Trump, anyway, public figures, very public figures, people in the media, very influential people in the media, or have been over the years, were mentioned in the documents. So this was around July. So literally right off the bat there, Bill Clinton is mentioned. To this day, Bill Clinton has still not addressed these accusations. He is still in the media making statements, talking about politics. He is still not, as to my knowledge, maybe you can verify in the comments, but as to my knowledge, he has still not cleared this up. He is mentioned in these documents, and this goes back to July. So that's a bit of background of the case from its kind of first emergence, going back to July, which to my knowledge is really when it started kind of coming out big and people started tweeting about it and sharing stuff about it. So that was when it first kind of broke as a major story. From then, it went really quiet. I certainly didn't see anything on the internet about it. I was looking, but I didn't see anything. Now, we are in October, and we may have something. This, I believe, is more to do with Maxwell herself. This is like personal details. This was something that back around July time that Maxwell didn't want to disclose, but the court has recently denied her that right, and so I believe we now have access to this information. Now, I have not read this myself. I have not seen what is in these documents, so this will be my first time reading, but we do have some new info. I don't know how big it is, but we have some new info. A US appeals court on Monday dealt Ghislaine Maxwell a blow by refusing to block the release of a deposition she gave concerning her relationship with the late financier and registered sex offender Jeffrey Esptein. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Manhattan said there was a presumption the public had a right to see Maxwell's
418-page deposition, which was taken in April 2016 for a now settled civil defamation lawsuit against her. In an unsigned order, the court also said U.S. District Judge Loretta Preska in Manhattan did not abuse her discretion in rejecting Maxwell's meritless arguments that her interests supersede that presumption. Lawyers for Maxwell did not immediately respond to requests for comment, including whether they plan a further appeal. The order upheld Preska's decision in July to release the deposition and hundreds of other documents in the 2015 defamation lawsuit by Virginia Jeffrey, one of Epstein's accusers. That case was settled in 2017, and many of the documents have been made public. However, Maxwell's lawyers said bad publicity from disclosing intimate, sensitive, and personal details from the deposition could undermine her ability to defend against criminal charges that she enabled Epstein's sexual abuses. They said that the British socialite thought her deposition would remain confidential and that releasing it would violate her constitutional right against self-incrimination and imperil a fair trial because jurors might hold its contents against her. The appeals court separately rejected Maxwell's request to modify a protective order in her criminal case so she could access confidential materials she hoped would persuade Preska to keep the deposition under wraps. Maxwell, 58, has pleaded not guilty to helping Epstein recruit and groom underage girls as young as 14 to engage in illegal sexual acts in the mid-1990s, and not guilty to perjury for having denied involvement in the deposition. A trial is scheduled for next July. Jeffrey said she was a teenager when Maxwell pulled her into Epstein's circle, where she was groomed and trafficked for sex with Epstein and other wealthy, powerful men. The push to unseal the deposition came from Jeffrey and the Miami Herald newspaper, which had investigated Epstein's conduct and his successful effort in 2007 to avoid federal sex trafficking charges. Lawyers for Jeffrey and the newspaper were not immediately available for comment. The U.S. Department of Justice, which opposed modifying the protective order, did not immediately respond to a similar request. Maxwell was arrested on the 2nd of July in New Hampshire, where prosecutors said she had been hiding out. She has been locked up in a Brooklyn jail after U.S. District Judge Allison Nathan, who oversees the criminal case, called her an unacceptable flight risk. Epstein killed himself at age 66 in August 2019, last year, at a Manhattan jail while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges announced the previous month. The cases in the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals are Jeffrey v. Maxwell. That's the case.
So basically, despite attempts from Ghislaine's team to block this, she will still have to testify. That is basically what that article was saying. She will still have to testify, and this is subject to trial in the coming months. She's no say in this, it's been blocked. The court have made the decision. I feel the correct decision, my humble opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.